Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearance of the Week. This is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. We'll be giving you all the first appearance in your comic shops today. Now this week we have a pretty light video for you guys. I think we only have one first appearance, 5 honorable mentions, so only 6 titles in all to go through, but there's definitely some books in there you guys should pick up for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearance of the week ending June 30th, 2023. Our only first appearance this week comes from Marvel Comics, Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 33. This features the first appearance of the Star Weird. Now we mention this all the time, it's typically a good idea to pick up any first appearance of new characters within these Marvel published Star Wars titles. You know, Marvel Disney is still turning out a ton of media for the Star Wars franchise, whether it's for the small screen or big screen, and you really don't know where any of these characters they're introducing in the comics are going to end up, how important they're going to be in the future. You want to pick up these first appearances at cover price, you don't want to chase them down years later for a lot more money if they do become big. So this one here is definitely one we think you should pick up for your collection. And now for the honorable mentions. From Marvel Comics, Thor number 35. This features the origin of Hela. Now, origin stories aren't typically as sought after in the future as first appearances, but it really depends on the character. Sometimes they do trade at a high premium in the secondary market. Like I said, it really depends on the popularity of the character. If this is a fan favorite character, then the origin story will definitely be more desirable. Hela is not necessarily a popular or fan favorite character, but she is important in the Thor mythology and the Thor story arcs. So this one here is going to be a little bit more speculative if you choose to pick it up, but for the cover price, it might be worth doing so. This is the origin of Hela, so pick this one here up for a spec bet if you can. If you can't, though, put it on your B-list and take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, She-Hulk number 14. This features the origin of Scoundrel. Now, like we just mentioned a moment ago, Scoundrel may not be the most popular or the most fan-favorite character, but this is his origin story in this She-Hulk title. This one here is definitely going to be a little bit more speculative if you choose to pick it up, but once again, maybe worth doing so for the cover price. For a few bucks, you have the origin of Scoundrel. If this here goes nowhere in the future, you're out a few bucks. This one here, though, we do think you have a little time on. You could probably put this one here on your B-list for now and take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, X-Men Before the Fall, Heralds of Apocalypse number 1. This features the origin of Arakko. Just like the previous 2 issues, Arakko may not be the most popular character of the X-Men franchise, but this here does feature the origin of Arakko. This one here will be a little bit more speculative also if you choose to pick it up. But, you know, like we always say, it might be worth doing so for the cover price. You definitely don't want to chase these books down years later for a lot more money. So for 3 or 4 bucks, you may be sitting on a winner. If it goes nowhere, you're not out that much. But once again, we do think you have some time on this one. Keep an eye on this one, but we think you can put this on your B-list for now. Next up from Scout Comics, Trance number 1. A coven of witches are threatened by a serial killer. Now this title has already been optioned by Prodigal Incorporated. Since this title has already been optioned, this one here is definitely one we do think you should pick up for your collection. You know, Scout Comics has had a lot of their titles picked up and optioned in the past, and these books trade at a huge premium once they are picked up. So this one here is one we do think you should definitely pick up for your collection. And finally from Scout Comics, Dust number 1. Jupiter has ignited and the Earth has turned to dust. The rich and powerful have built a utopia underground, while the rest of humanity are left to die on the surface, unless an unassuming thief can change the trajectory of the world. Now, like we just mentioned a moment ago, Scout Comics has a lot of their titles picked up on option for small screen and big screen projects, and this one here sounds like it lends itself very well to a TV show, streaming series, or feature film. This one here will be a little bit more speculative if you choose to pick it up, but in our opinion, you know, the risk is definitely worth the reward. For 3 or 4 bucks, you could be sitting on a huge winner here. You definitely don't want to chase this down years later for a lot more money. So in our opinion, this one here is a great spec bet. Pick this one here up if you can. So there you have the 6 titles that we have for you guys this week. Short video this week, but there's definitely some books in there you guys should pick up for your collection. So please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.